This time on Woody's garage, our rear end is leaking.
Okay, before this video starts, I just want to say that this was an attempt to fix the pinion seal on my Tacoma. It's not a how-to. Don't depend on this to fix yours, as it ended up leaking. But here are the steps I went through. Maybe you can avoid some of them. I'm actually not quite sure how I'm going to fix it now. So, we're at the end of October in Massachusetts. It's going to be 75 degrees today. So, what am I going to do? Try to put a new spline seal, I guess, in the Toyota. So I don't have a seal puller. I was going to kind of make one out of this piece of diamond plate here. Use a cut-off wheel and just crudely cut this out. Maybe a little more pointy than that. That should be all it takes. Okay, what do you think about that? I hope there's enough of an arc here to get under the seal. Kind of smooth off the edges and stuff like that. A cute little duct tape handle. Alright, here we are under the damn truck. So what we need to do here, as you can see, it's definitely weeping like hell. We've got to take the drive shaft off here. There's 4 nut and bolt sets. Like this, looks like 12 to 14 millimeters, someplace around there. And yeah, that's the first thing to take down. I must say this is pretty awkward. Oh God. Yeah, right, round those off, that would be good. Okay, one thing as I did, I put a mark here so that I put it back the same if I can ever get these off. And I've already rounded that damn thing. Oh my God, I can't get that off. Give me my impact. Yeah, I'm having a real problem with this. I've tried every single one with the impact. Nothing, they won't budge. I feel like these Pittsburgh wrenches are a little bit a tolerance issue, not very tight, and they're just going to round these things off, and then I'm going to be in real trouble. They're also, you know, the box end of the thing is 12 point instead of 6 point. Yeah, I can't budge any of them. Okay, we got some loose. I made a tool. I'll show it to you in a second. It basically extends the wrench. I got these two on this side. We gotta try the other two. You know, I was thinking it would also help if it was up in the air more, because you don't get much leverage on it like lying on your side. But since we got those moving, we'll try to get the other two. And here's the tool. It was like a cross section of a broken treadmill. Just slipping the wrench through there and using it as a cheater bar. Okay, sports fans, we got all the bolts out. They were fun. We got a bungee cord holding the drive shaft up. Look at how wet that thing is. I mean, my God. Now what we got to do is we just tap them apart with a hammer. Let's see if I can set up the camera. I mean, goddamn, everything would have been much easier on a lift, but guess what? I ain't got no lift. I'm down here in the dirt. And I like it that way. Not really. Do we get this thing to move a little bit? Okay, we got it. Lots of taps. I actually got some PB Blaster all over it. I think a little bit if it seeps underneath. You know, you tap it a little bit one way, you're going to get a little more PB Blaster underneath the contacts, and like a little bit this way, a little bit that way. I don't think I damaged anything. I didn't hit really hard because I can't under here. But anyway, here is our next demon. This has, you see that thing right there? It's a little tab that goes into an indentation so that it keeps the nut from spinning. So some people say you can just turn the nut and it'll free itself, but I want to kind of see if I can tap it out a little bit, because I know it's going to give me a hard time. So I'm going to get some kind of like pick thing or a small screwdriver in there and poke it the frig out. It's heck getting something in there. I think maybe I will just try to spin the nut. Someone said too, you should kind of count the threads. How many times you turn it. Okay, I've tried this about 3 times, and the rear end is spinning with the nut. Somehow I thought the wheels would be engaged and kind of hold it, but yeah, that flange right there with the 4 holes just spins with the nut. It's like, yeah, you need a big impact gun or something. And no, I have not cleared that tab yet. I couldn't seem to find anything to get it out of there. So I'm thinking of making a rod, drilling 2 holes in it that are, you know, about the size of those, the distance between 2 of those flange holes, and that can go and protrude down to the ground where it'll hold the flange. What a pain in the ass. This will be the 3rd tool I've made so far for this thing. Okay, after fighting with it for quite a while, it has not budged. I still got this bar thing hitched up. It kind of gets tight and then it hits the leaf spring here, and this kind of hits against the socket, which is not ideal, but it keeps it in place. Now, I did decide to try to get that tab loosened up, and I think I have at least better than it was. Maybe I'll work on it a little bit more, and then we'll go back to, I've been using the jack because I can't get that much strength on it. I got it! Jesus. Fought and I fought, and you know, I came back to get working on this tab part that's stuck in there. Where the hell is the nut? Where it it's getting hard to see under here. It's getting dark. Right there. I guess I popped it out. It doesn't look like it went very deep. So I don't know. I used my the electric impact, and I just kept on it, and it broke free. Now we got to see if we can get this flange off. That'll be the next fun thing. There's 3,000 tools under this truck right now. Maybe the penetrating oil's got in there. Who knows? I doubt it did, but. Yeah, we got out my collection of wheel pullers. Mostly destroyed. Some work okay. This one works okay. This one works okay, I think. These are pretty beat up. Very beat up. I'm gonna try this one first. This is what we got. We can only get 2 bolts through 2 holes. But we'll get a little pressure on them, and then we'll probably tap it with a hammer. And hopefully it'll pop off. Inch by inch, step by step, I'm gonna tear it apart. Yeah, it's coming a little bit at a time. I tighten up this, and then I'm tapping it with a wrench. It's hard to get a camera in here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, because I'm half out of my damn mind right now. But you know, there is something about the camera that makes you like try not to lose your cool and be more patient and think about what you're doing. Believe it or not, there's a plus side to it. I don't know if it outweighs the aggravation, but let me tip this camera back a little more. We on? Yeah, okay. You heard me yap, but you didn't see much. Okay, so I'm getting this tight. And then I'm tapping. Another thing about being on your back, you can't find any tools. There it is. Yes, Eureka. You don't smell so good yourself. You can tell because it's piss and oil. Alright. God, that sucked. Or maybe, you know, quite honestly, let me see, where am I here? Quite honestly, if this was up on a lift, it probably would have been no big deal. Okay, there's the seeping rear seal. Looks kind of like what I got. And here's the flange. Badass flange. They say sometimes they wear a groove into them here, but this actually feels good. I don't feel any groove at all. In the groove, man. Now, yeah, my new seal kind of looks like that. Oh, I don't want to goober this up. A little rust around there. Oh, I want to clean that off. Oh, my neck is like killing me. Okay, I've been wire brushing and stuff around here. And I'm starting to think like, you know, maybe the rust made its way underneath the seal. And that's why the seal is leaking. And that's kind of another problem. I haven't seen anybody address anything like that. I don't know. I think it's time maybe to pop this seal out and just see what's going on there. Yeah, remember way back this morning when we were having fun making this tool? Yeah, me too. I don't want to go too far with it. Wow. Wow. This ain't a poppin'. Oh, Look at my tool. Fail. Okay. I hope I didn't do any damage. Collection of bent screwdrivers. I got this puller with the arm sticking out inside the seal. God, I can't believe this isn't coming out. Yeah, it's just gonna rip right through. Well, it's the next day. I went down to AutoZone and got this tool, a real seal puller. Hopefully this will do it. Here's a tip for you. So yesterday when I bought the socket, I saw this tool for, I think it was 19 bucks. And so just curiously, I went on their website to look at this, and it was $14.99. So I bought it online and picked it up this morning and saved $5. I mean, it's kind of weird because that's kind of like the bait and catch. Like they have a low price online, so you go down there and then it's $5 more. I mean, Lowe's does that all the time. You shouldn't be able to get away with that. Alright, let's see what kind of success we can have with this. Boy, that is the tool. Holy smokes. Okay, and we lose some more gear oil. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. Alright, now let's see how things look here. Oh good, the sides don't seem like they're all pitted out or anything, which is good. Look at how much gear oil came out. That's quite a bit. You can kind of see how rust was making its way down into the seal. And maybe pushing it, distorting it enough so that the oil leaked out. But it doesn't really look wet. I don't know. I don't know what it was. They say this is actually a common thing, so let me get the new seal and hopefully it's the same. Haha. Well, here's the new oil seal. Here's the old one. I took the calipers, and this one seems like a tad, although I'm going through plastic wider, and this one's been beat to shit. Nah, they're the same. The other one did have this. That's all distorted now. In the middle, I can't tell how bad that is. And will that fit over the flange? Let's see. I think we have our next problem. I mean, this seal should fit over that. And it does not. Well, I called the local Toyota dealership and we chatted for a little while. The guys was really nice down there. We figured out what the seal was. I read the number off of the destroyed seal here, and that number came out to be BH4053G. I couldn't tell if the first letter was a B or an 8. And it is a B. And the number we came up with is he came up with was 93011, not that number, 44007. Now, what I did is I want to make sure that it was the right one, so I looked online looking for this number up here. This number up here being a BH4, and I found this website that lists both numbers. That one and that and that. So hopefully we got the right seal. And if you've been following this dilemma, I have a power steering leak too, and I put in this stuff called ATS 204, I think it's called, and I was hoping it would solve my leak, but I had to add some today, and that's with very little highway driving and not much back road driving either. I had to put in about about 4 ounces or so. So we're at the front end here, and this is a rack and pinion right here, and this is, ooh, look at that. We see some wetness there. Someone said those lines go. Fucker. I hope that's not it. The rest of the line looks in pretty decent shape. A little rust spot right there. But another thing to look, it's a little wet down there too. And I heard those are a son of a bitch to replace. Another thing they say is if the seals at the end are bad, these things will kind of fill up with liquid, and I don't feel that. Let me try the other side. Nope. I'm trying to give you a good perspective on this, but it's difficult. You see that stain up there? That's got to be, well, it could be from the U-joint. Yeah, it's probably from the U-joint flicking grease. But, yeah, we got to keep an eye on this line. God, can you see it? I can barely see it. Oh, they look in pretty good shape. Alright, I'm kind of playing cleanup here. Waiting for the new seal. It's got to come in tomorrow. And all around the rim of this, there was a little bit of a ring from the rust. I took some sandpaper and cleaned that off. Got all the gack out of it. So now what I want to do, which I didn't do before, I kind of just forgot, was this vent right here. I already loosened it up. I checked it. They say if it's loose, it's good, but why not take it out? Get some brake clean through it. I mean, that's seriously, that's all it is a little cap, loose cap on top of a bored out screw. Yeah, free as a bird. Okay, today we went down to Toyota dealership. I bought this $30 seal. It took a day to come in. But we got it, and it's the right one. It looks exactly the same as this one. Oh, fuck. Here's the shield. Okay. Let's see if we can tap this thing in. sure I'm not damaging the seal at all. Oh shit, look at that. God damn it. Holy shit, now what do I do? My now $50 fucking seal. Oh shit, what am I gonna do? This is a fucking nightmare. It's in, but I definitely had other rubber blisters around here. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. And maybe a little one up here. But I actually took them off with the X-Acto. I hope I'm not breaking a seal doing that. Wow, this whole thing's been such a pain in the neck. I'm gonna hope for the best. Okay, I got the flange on. I had to, like I just tapped the camera, I had to tap it around like this to get it on the splines. It didn't slide on easy, but it didn't slide on hard either. It took a bunch of taps to get it down. I put the nut back on with the impact driver, the electric impact driver, and I kept going till I got in the same place where the old tab was, and I didn't count threads, but I remember that's exactly where it was, I'm sure. So I'm about to put the drive shaft back up. I want to get some grease in it while it's down. Don't think I'll be able to video that. It's not very exciting. Okay, drive shaft's all bolted up and we're greased back here. Okay, this is days later. We're just as wet as we were. So, can't really see where it's coming from. You can see right in the bottom of it, that's where it's accumulating. But this piece here kind of covers the seal. So there's a couple of things I'm thinking about. One is that I screwed up the seal when I put it in. The other is the play of the shaft there. When I was moving it around, you could see it kind of bouncing up and down. Maybe if that's out of spec, that's moving too much, you're never going to get a seal anyway. Another is the hub itself. I pointed out that groove that may not be sealing with the seal. I'm wondering if I should bring it to a shop who can put it on the lift and do a better job of it, or you know, if I buy another hub, the going price is about $120, which, like, if the whole diff is wasted, then why bother putting the money into that? But at the same time, if I have the shop put it in, I'm sure they're going to charge like $200 for that flange. Yeah, it's a real kick in the butt. Also, that the power steering leak is also, like, I don't know what's going on with that either. Time to get a new truck. Yeah, it'd be great if I had the dough, but I don't know, not a good situation.